Hello, my greetings for the new year 2013. That is the date when I upload this movie. I want to share something with you that I discovered last year in 2012, and that is a way to connect all the cultures and all skin colors together. No matter if you are brown or black or white or yellow, no matter if you are Christian, Jewish, Islam, Hinduistic, even the cultures of the Aztecs and the Mayas are connected with European cultures. Believe it or not, but it is true. I've got the following thing from two movies on YouTube. Those are Revelation of the Pyramids and Ancient Knowledge Part 3. And then you see the same thing as what I'm showing here now in Part 1. In Part 2 and 3 I'm going to show you how all the pyramids in Mexico are connected with Easter Island, Galapagos Islands and Tahiti. In Part 4 I'm going to show you more about how ancient cities are connected with Polaris and the stars in Draco. Stars in Draco. But first we are going to check out if they are right about that there is a certain line to start with from Easter Island to the pyramids in Egypt. Now I live here. I live on the north of France, to the west of Germany, to the east of England. I made a pin on Easter Island, and that is where we're going now first. As you can see, here we have Easter Island, and then I chose the volcano because I saw there 3D models of the Moai statues. Moai statues are everywhere on the island. The island is very small, doesn't matter where you start with your measure tool, but I chose the volcano. And I've also made a pin on the pyramids in Giza. When we now arrive in Giza, at the pyramids, you can try to click the measure tool on the highest pyramid, Khufu, on the middle pyramid and on the lowest pyramid. If you watch the number of degrees of that line, how high and how large is the corner, then you see that it doesn't matter if you take the middle pyramid or the smallest pyramid, most to the south. And I show you now that I chose the middle pyramid. I'm going to zoom out now, and of course, according to the two YouTube movies, Ancient Knowledge and Revelation of the Pyramids, I have to pull the line through all the way to the east. And we can reach India, but very hard. The line wants to go over the pole, because the line takes the shortest road, and the Earth is a little bit flattened at the poles. So that is why it jumps up. But with a little bit of practice you also get it done. And then now to Pakistan, then that is how you can keep the number of degrees on Giza. I gave it a green color. And now we are going to zoom in if we are right. And indeed we see it is exactly on the lowest pyramid in Egypt. Zoom out again. Now we are going to check out, of course, if they are right about these ancient cities. We are going back to Easter Island, and there is the volcano again, and we zoom out, and the first thing that I found was, of course, the Nazca lines, and that is what I filled in on the bar where you can find filled in places. And so we are going to direct to the Nazca lines. And then I saw the very first special thing happen. When we go there, we see indeed that here are the Nazca lines, and we zoom out a little bit, and then we notice that there is indeed a Nazca line who is parallel with our green line that we just made from Easter Island to Giza. So it turns out clear where the Nazca lines are meant for. Everybody, they don't know what Nazca lines are meant for. They made it, but they don't know where it is for. Is it true that ancient cities are on our line from Easter Island to Giza? Yes. This is Ollantaytambo, and here that is close to our green line. We find a few stairway buildings there in the background, but now we are going now to Machu Picchu. In the end of this serial I also found out why it is that they built it on a mountain top. That black part is because my computer doesn't download fast enough. And we have Cusco, also very close to our line. Very beautiful 3D model over there. Thank you for the ones who made that. The next place we are going is Africa. In Ancient Knowledge Part 3 they call a place Tachil Nager. I could not find very much out of that place. I believe they found paintings and caves out of the Stone Age. So that was not really clear, but it is on our line Easter Island, Giza. They also say that the place of the Dogons is at our line. Here's a picture of typical ancient African houses indeed. I tried another picture, landscape, but what I'm talking about is our place is a little bit too far from our green line. The next place they say is Siva. And at Siva I also clicked a few pictures. Oh, there's a mosque. But this picture doesn't lie. Again, we see indeed African ancient houses. What we don't expect in Egypt. The pyramids, again, still our line is on the right place. We have seen the pyramids, and the next place that I found, I put an extra pin on that. That is something that I call the Petra lines. Can somebody explain to me what this is? This is a kind of Nazca lines, but it's close to the treasury of Petra, where many tourists are going every year. Beautiful 3D model. Thank you very much for the ones who made that. And it is clear, indeed, Petra is on the line Giza and Easter Island. Next place is Babylon, the ziggurat of Ur, and the place where the Bible starts with. Abraham comes from Chaldea in Ur. And that is also the place where once was Susiana and the great empire of Cyrus the Great. It is also close to the Easter Gate and so on. And then we have the place Persepolis. As you can see, Van Daniken was right. Persepolis, after all, is a place where UFOs were landing. That is not because my computer doesn't load fast enough, that accident happened. But Persepolis is on our line. And when we zoom out and go back to Giza again, then we see that our line is still on the right place, but now we are going to extend it. So we pick up the measure tool again, and we start at that smallest lower pyramid in Egypt. We can go all the way to the west. We can zoom out until we have the globe in our screen, and then we are going to India, Indonesia, Cambodia, Vietnam, Cambodia is very interesting. Graham Hancock always talks about Angkor Wat. There are much more places like that. We have the anti-meridian because on our way to Giza, from Easter Island to Giza, that is almost exactly on the prime meridian. Now we have to get our measure tool also in the right position. That again it flips over to the poles because the poles are a little bit flattened. So the shortest road is. And I gave it color, and this time I made it red, so that I have a green line and a red line. And when we pick out our measure tool again, we are going to Easter Island, and at the volcano we can connect the green and the red line perfectly. And then we see that there is a little bit difference in the degree, but it's only 1 or 2 degrees. And so yeah, you can say everything matches. And the ancient cities are indeed on our line. First green from Easter Island to Giza, then red from Giza to the Middle East. And here, Cambodia, the 3 places are named in the movie Ancient Knowledge Part 3. Angkor Wat is over there. In India they have this place, and it's also almost on our line indeed. Harappa, Mohenjo-Daro in Pakistan, indeed on our red line. And so we return to Persepolis again. Beautiful. And now we have connected very different cultures already. And it all starts in Egypt. It's almost where all the culture starts. And it goes all the way everywhere around the world. We connected Southern America, the Incas, we connected the Egyptians, the Babylonians, Asia, Cambodia, Angkor Wat. And this is the most important connection of it all. When we change over to Google Sky, did you know that if you make lines on the Earth, the same lines also appear in the sky? So we can find our red and our green line back. Yeah. And then we see indeed, when we made a pin on Easter Island, that the first and brightest star in the universe is the star Sirius, and it is on our line. We just talked about Nazca lines, and about Machu Picchu and Cusco, and indeed, that is going over there. That Nazca line was parallel with 2 certain stars. The next star is Regulus in the star sign Lion. But that is not everything. It is even more beautiful how our line is going around the Earth. Boaltes, yeah, that is in the middle. This is at Giza. These are the pyramids and the Petra treasury, and this is also close to Persepolis. But it is not clear that there is one star that is exactly crossing our line. But the 3 important places, yeah, they are in neighborhoods. But and then we have another star in Hercules. Hercules has to do 12 tasks, just like Jesus has 12 apostles and Joseph has 12 brothers. So those are the 12 star signs running around your brain. And in the star sign Eagle, Aquilus, we found an important star, Altair. And then we end our line where the year begins, in February, and the star sign Aquarius. That is also where we find a line that almost is on our red line. Exactly from Easter Island to Easter Island. And that is the story, what I want to tell, how beautiful it is. It doesn't have anything to do with aliens. I just made a joke about Van Daniken, of course. In the next episode, what I made, I'll show you how the stars, all these important places that we just saw on the line, how they are also connected with Polaris and with the star sign Draco. But first, Easter Island and the pyramids in Mexico. See you in the next part.